Verbs in Spanish change a lot, don't they? Depende on whether I do it, she does it, we do it, or they do it. So let's do it. Let's practicar los verbos en español. ¿Comenzamos? Bien, comenzamos con los verbos regulares y quiero concentrarme en tres formas: I, we, and they. So we'll start with tomar, which means to take or to have, and tomo copas means I have drinks, okay? Los viernes is how we say on Fridays. We're using los instead of another word for on. We're going to use los. So I have drinks on Fridays will be tomo copas los viernes. If I change that to say we have drinks on Fridays, we're going to use the amos ending. It's a regular AR verb. So how will I say we have drinks on Fridays? Tomamos copas los viernes. Y finalmente, they have drinks on Fridays. Bien, the ending is an, so toman copas los viernes. Okay, next verb is comer. So, como con mi hija. I eat with my daughter. Now, we eat together. We're going to use the hemos ending. And the word for together will be juntas. Because yo y mi hija, my daughter, we're both female. So, juntas is our word for together. So, how will I say we eat together? Comemos juntas. And then they eat together. They always ends with the N, remember? La N. So how do you say they eat together? Comen juntas. Next verb is bibir. So this is our last regular verb. Bibir means to live. So, vivo con mi hija. I live with my daughter. Vivo con mi hija. The IR verb ending for we is imos. So we live together will be vivimos juntas. And we use N for the they live together ending. So how will you say they live together? Viven juntas. Bien. Some verbs, unos verbos, tienen a little g in the first person. Some verbs also have a change in the stem. So let's have a look at a couple of those. First of all, hacer means to do. So that has a g, hago. So hago muchas cosas. I do a lot of things. Hago muchas cosas. But that g disappears in the other forms of the verb. So we do a lot of things. Just give it an ER ending. How would you make that into we do? Hacemos muchas cosas. And they do a lot of things. It's just the N ending. So, how will you say that? Hacen muchas cosas. The next verb is salir, which means to go out. And you could say I go out round and about, and a little expression for that would be salgo por ahí. Okay, so it's no specific place. I just go out and see where the wind takes me. Salgo por ahí. Okay? Now, to put this verb into we, you need the imos ending because it's an IR verb. So how would you say, we go out and about? Salimos por ahí. And then talking about a third person, but plural, they go out and about. How do you say that? Salen por ahí. What happens when you get a stem change? Well, tener is one of those verbs. So we have tiene, he has, or tienes is she has. But with the nosotros form, it goes back to ten. Okay, so tengo buenos amigos. Tengo buenos amigos. How would you say we have good friends? Tenemos buenos amigos. ¿Lo oyes? Do you hear it? Tenemos. Tenemos buenos amigos. If you want to say they have good friends, it's only nosotros, vosotros where you get that stem change. So we're back to the where you don't get the stem change. So we're back to the stem change for they have good friends. Tiene is he has, tienes is you have. What about they have? Tienen buenos amigos. Bien? Y finalmente, just for one more example, why not have decir, which means to say, another g in the first person. So, digo eso. Maybe you could say, I always say that. Siempre digo eso. It's a stem changer. That means digo, and dice, and dices, and dicen. But nosotros, it goes back to the original from the infinitive. You remember decir means to say. So how would you say, we always say that? Siempre decimos eso. Bien. So those are unos verbos that have a g in the first person. Make sure you can use them in the third person and plural and the first person plural. In other words, with make sure you can use them with we and they as well. Another stem changing verb is volver. Volver means to come home, to come back. So you could say, I come back home at 4 o'clock. And that is vuelvo a las 4, perdón. And you can hear the change because volver becomes vuelvo. Okay? So the O becomes ue, vuelvo. But if you want to say we come home, it's going to go back to the O sound. And volver is an ER verb, so it's going to be hemos. So how do you say we come home at 4 o'clock? Volvemos a las 4. You could say volvemos a casa a las 4. Bien? You might also use a reflexive verb. So acostarse is to go to bed. It's a stem changing verb. So me acuesto a las 10. And if you want to say we go to bed at 10 o'clock, it's going to change back to o, so acos. And it's regular, so it's amos. So you will have nos acostamos a las 10. ¿Vale? I'm going to do a whole lesson about reflexive verbs and verbs like gustar. So let's have a verb like gustar para terminar la clase de hoy. So, gustar, ¿por qué no? I like to go to the beach. Me gusta ir a la playa. Whereas if it's we like to go to the beach, it's nos gusta ir a la playa. and they like to go to the beach is les gusta ir a la playa. Now, para practicar, what I'd like you to do is take your Pasos book, if you have it, go to página 117, and there María Jesús describe su fin de semana típico. What I'd like you to do is change los verbos, where she's saying I do it, change it to we do it. Igualmente, en página 118, you've got gemelas. Gemelas are identical twins. Es interesante, en español, mellizas is used more commonly for non-identical twins, okay? Y gemelas for identical twins. So with este texto, they're going to use nosotros un poco más, but sometimes not. What I'd like you to do is cambiar los verbos. If it's nosotros, make it yo. If it's yo, make it nosotros, si es posible. Now, si no tienes Pasos, no importa. You can buy it, no es caro. There's a link in the description. Si no quieres comprar, no hay problema. But do the exercise. You can do that for free. You can download the transcripts, and then you can go to actividad 16 y actividad 18, and there you have a transcript of what the three ladies say. It's all in Unit 8, so you turn to Unit 8 in here, and then you read the transcript, and the same exercise. Change los verbos from yo into nosotros, and from nosotros into yo. Tenemos que practicar con los verbos to aumentar, to improve, to mejorar nuestra fluidez, no? Our fluency. Next lesson is going to be a really good lesson, so please come back to find out how we use reflexive verbs and how we use verbs like gustar and how we use them together. It's a really good exploration of that. If you like the video, give me a little thumbs up, por favor. Put any questions in the comment box, or you can write to me, ruth@spanglishfantastico.com. Subscribe y nos vemos muy pronto. Gracias y hasta la próxima. Adiós.